Kashmiri cuisine is strongly influenced by the cuisines of Central Asian, Persia, and the North Indian plains. The Kashmiri cuisine is essentially meat-based, while the eating habits of the Hindus and Muslim Kashmiris differ in its use of certain spices and the prohibition of beef for the Hindus. Pandits eat only lamb meat, beef and pork are prohibited for them. Asafoetida, better known as hing, is very popularly used in the cuisine by the Pandits for tempering the food. The other spices commonly used include saunf or dried ginger and saunf powder. Kashmir cuisine is quite famous for the gracious use of spices like cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, etc. Saffron is a very commonly used flavoring agent in this cuisine. Apart from this, bohenia flowers known as kachnar, coxcomb flower known as moval is color and food ingredient. Wal paste. Wal paste is made from dried Kashmiri red chilies, black cardamom, black cumin seeds, cardamom seeds, cinnamon powder, dry ginger powder is dry roasted. This is cooled and ground to a fine powder. Shallots known as pran and garlic is taken and ground to a coarse paste, add to the above powder, and shape into patty cakes with a hole in the middle. It is then sun-dried. Pran is wild onion or shallot from the high-altitude Bandipore region, is the most superior of the shallots grown in all of Kashmir. Marvel is also known as velvet flower, amaranth, wool flower, and coxcomb is considered an exotic spice. The powdered version of Kashmiri coxcomb flower is locally referred to as marvel. Its bright red color raises the fiery quotient of your curries. Wazwan. The highlight of Kashmiri cuisine is the formal banquet called Wazwan that includes a spread of over 36 courses cooked all night long by a team of chefs called Wazas under the supervision of a Vasta Waza or master chef who are descendants of the cooks from Samarkand. The food is characterized by thick gravies using liberal quantities of yogurt, spices and dried fruits, and is usually cooked in ghee, clarified butter, or mustard oil. A white cloth called dastarkhan is spread on the floor. Guests are grouped into fours for the serving of the Wazwan. The meal begins with a ritual washing of hands, as a jug and basin called the tashtinari are passed among the guests. 7 dishes typically form an inseparable part of the feast: tabak maj, rogan josh, rista, aab gosh, dhaniwal korma, marchwagan korma and gustaba. Firan and kahwa, green tea, conjure delicacies that are rich in taste and texture with mouth-watering aromas. Rishta, this is a very famous dish from Kashmir served traditionally as a course in the Wazwan. This is prepared by poaching the lamb dumplings in a rich red gravy, flavored with saffron and an extract of moval. For preparing the dumplings, the meat is taken only from the leg of lamb. The red gravy is flavored with different spices such as red chili powder, fennel powder, cloves, ginger powder, cinnamon, asafoetida. Gushtaba. Gushtaba is a flavorsome dish made from minced mutton meatballs in a curd-based gravy. The gravy is made by combining yogurt, ghee, salt and other Kashmiri spices. The gushtabas are poached in the gravy until they are spongy and tender. Dhaniwal korma. This is a rich preparation of lamb in a yogurt-based gravy. The meat is taken from the leg of lamb. The preparation of the gravy is started from pure ghee, to which garlic paste, cloves, nut, green cardamom, etc. are added. The gravy is finished by adding yogurt, little turmeric and coriander powder, and served garnished with coriander leaves. Tabak maj. This is a lamb preparation in which the meat is taken from the ribs of lamb. The lamb ribs are boiled in a mixture of milk and water with aniseed powder, ginger, turmeric, asafoetida, and cinnamon powder till the meat absorbs all the water. After that, the meat is taken out, cut into pieces, and then fried in hot ghee flavored with cardamom, fennel, and cinnamon. The pieces of meat are fried till they are crisp and golden brown in color. Aab gosht, mutton pieces are cooked in a milk-based gravy with a hint of spice in the form of black pepper powder. Kabarga, Kashmiri-style mutton lamb chop. It is basically lamb or mutton breast, cooked in milk and spices, and deep-fried in oil ghee. A perfect kabarga should be soft and juicy from inside and crispy from outside. Kabarga is an important part of the feast for several celebrations in Kashmir. Yakhni, boneless pieces of lamb along with boned pieces of lamb are stewed in yogurt-based gravy flavored with fennel, cardamom and dried ginger powder to make yakhni. It is basically a thin gravy which is normally relished with rice. A vegetable variation can also be made with this, and a common one is nadru yakhni. Rogan Josh, Rogan means oil and Josh means hot. Lamb culled out from the shoulder is simmered in a gravy made from mustard oil, yogurt, red-colored water from cockscomb flowers, brown onion paste, and spices such as fennel and cardamom. Ratan Jog, the bark of a tree is utilized to bring the fiery red color. Kashmiri spice mix called ware is also added to the dish for flavoring and color. Rongan zaman, cottage cheese known as zaman, is commonly eaten in Kashmir in many variations. It is sometimes cooked with fresh fenugreek leaves and is called methi zaman. Rongan refers to tomatoes, and this preparation calls for stewing cottage cheese in tomato gravy flavored with ware and other spices. Kashmiri pulav. Kashmiri pulav is made with nuts, dried fruits, saffron and fresh fruits. The rice is flavored with various spices, and sometimes added with vegetables or even meats. Noon chai, also called shir chai, noon chai, gulabi chai, Kashmiri tea or pink tea. It is a traditional tea, originating in Kashmir. Noon chai is made with gunpowder tea, milk and baking soda. Kahwa. The Kashmiri kahwa is made by boiling green tea leaves with local saffron, cinnamon, cardamom and occasionally Kashmiri roses. Served with sugar or honey and crushed nuts, almonds or walnuts. Some varieties are made as a herbal infusion only, without the green tea leaves.